Hello, this is album an album review of Black Knight's new album, The Almighty. You can get it on, you can get it probably a variety of places in a variety of formats. Uh, I'd give it like about 9 out of 10 stars on a 10-star scale, and it's a good album. It features RZA, John Frusciante, Trickfinger, who is John Frusciante, which I thought was an interesting artistic choice. Has I think Prodigal Son, then Reverend Willy Burks, Phoenix Flame, Kinetic 9, and then of course Crisis, the Sharpshooter and Rugged Monk, produced by John Frusciante. I think that was most everybody on there, but good album, very solid, great songs, good energy, good ideas, good poetry, good words. Their music is it's energizing and just great beats. John Frusciante's guitar work is interspersed sporadically through the album on various songs. It's really always nice to hear, as well as his vocals. And of course, Rugged and Crisis rap over it, along with the others that I mentioned, and it's just a really solid album. Good songs. My favorite songs on there are like Techniques and Shockwaves, Hood Liberator, Ahead of My Time is good. They're all pretty good. Go get the album, listen to it. Again, that's presuming you are sort of into John Frusciante's musical sound, along with like Wu-Tang affiliated rap. I guess they're Black Knights, I guess, is some of the Killa Bees, which is Wu-Tang's affiliates. I'm not sure how exactly it works, but RZA's on the album, so that's pretty Wu-Tang, I'd say. Anyway, please, put a comment and correct me if I need correcting as far as my understanding of the nature of Killa Bees and Wu-Tang and Black Knights and all that. Yeah, no worries though. It's all good. But with that, there's something else I was going to say about it, and this is just sort of off the cuff review. But yeah, it's a great album. There was something else I was going to say about it. Oh yeah, that's what it was. So Medieval Chambers came out a year or so ago, and now The Almighty's out. I guess like 5%ers or Nation of Gods and Earth is like a theology, a religion that's like a offshoot or evolution, of or from Nation of Islam, which of course is based on Islam. So when I've done my own sort of reading and research about, Wu-Tang and RZA, and I guess there's, a lot of the raps. And again, I'm not sure. There's definitely, I think there's a great deal of depth in the poetry that is on The Almighty. And I'm not an expert on the theology of, nations, gods, and earth, and I think it's 5%ers and whatever. But I think it's interesting. I've put some books about the topic on some digital wish lists. So I'd like to learn more. It's interesting. But yeah, so my whole point is with that, I think there's a lot of depth to the lyrics on this album. There's a lot of depth to the lyrics. There's also just a lot of depth to the sound and the beat. John Frusciante's producing it and laying stuff over on it. He's playing with samples again from, pretty sure on this album. Yeah, there's definitely some samples. Definitely a lot more, I think, on medieval chambers as far as like old samples from, I don't know where he gets them, whether it's from old movies in the public domain, but those are interspersed a little bit as well. But my whole point is I think there's a great deal of depth to the album, whether talking about or referencing within the raps, social issues, political issues, uh, theological issues, uh, so on and so forth. There's just a lot of depth to it, and it's an album you can really listen to. One critique, again, I like the album. I was, I had a friend hear some of the songs and, said, yeah, some of it's good, but, certain parts seemed a little repetitive to them. It doesn't really bother me. But again, if you're really into, Red Hot Chili Peppers, John Frusciante, or, Wu-Tang, or just rap in general, there's a good chance that you'll like this album a lot, especially if those two intersect, the two being John Frusciante and Red Hot Chili Peppers and Wu-Tang and rap. So, but yeah, I think it's a great album. 9 out of 10 stars. Very solid. Go get it. Listen to it. Enjoy it. Anyway, I'll end it there. Thanks for watching. Have a great morning, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever and whenever you may be. Yeah.